Oh, oh, Badake, where did Badake go?
Where did Badake go? I'm still here. Oh, you can't see me.
Hold on, let me figure this out. Where's he at?
I'm still here. I'm in the dock. I'm in the dock.
Oh, that's my bad.
Oh,
There we go. What's up, people?
there it is.
How we
There it
doing?
is. Here we are. Here we
How
are.
we doing?
How we doing?
How you darn? How you darn? It's Senior Bowl season, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit. It's good to hang out with you guys tonight. Hope you're having a good day. Shout out to everybody watching. Appreciate y'all. As you guys know, we released our Patreon package last night, and pretty good response so far, which has been awesome to see.
Yeah.
I want to give a big shout out to the people who signed up here recently today. Shout out to Tyler, Rosen. Shout out to Goff Jacques. I'm probably saying that wrong. Shout out to Simon, Ron, David, who signed up yesterday, Jace, James, Chad. Shout out to all you guys who have signed up pretty recently over on Patreon. I hope you are enjoying the Patreon package. Appreciate your support. And of course, that's going to be consistently updated. If you guys want access to it, as you always know, Patreon is in the link below in the description. We are doing a 2023 rookie draft today. It's going to be a good time. I wonder if Senior Bowl hype is going to push any of these players up the board.
I mean, it's making us
probably
question. It's making us question to say. I mean,
Not
right
me.
right before the live stream, and maybe not you, but like everyone loves Dell. I mean, we were seeing in the chat, scary Tank Dell.
Yeah.
Everyone
Dell
is loving Tank, and Zach and I was like, bro, like, are we like, is there something wrong with us? Like, do I need to move him up just to give him respect and not feel weird because of everyone else? But then, like, that's just so disgenuine to us.
Yeah, exactly.
For you guys,
I went through
weird.
I went through last year. I did an advanced search on Twitter, and I went from 2022 to about April of 2022, and I just wanted to look at like what were the hype names for Senior Bowl last year, right? Very mixed results, and really not. Here's what I'll say. I like to use Combine, Senior Bowl. I want that to confirm what I already feel on a player. I have loved Tajay Spears for a while. The only reason he wasn't higher in my scouting grades was because of the durability section with that ACL. But that to me feels good because like I can get on board with Tajay because I already like the player. Anyway, these are some of the names last year that were hyped around Senior Bowl. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Abram Smith, running back out of Baylor. Everyone thought he was just the next coming. You're like, oh, we gotta move Abram up our rankings. You're like, why? I mean, is the entire years of film not? It's worth less than the Senior Bowl? I don't know. Velus Jones.
Hey,
was
whoa.
Should I not disrespect Velus?
Whoa. I mean, I liked it before the Senior Bowl, but hey, unlucky, right?
Yeah, unlucky. Velus Jones was hyped. Quarterbacks like Carson Strong. That quarterbacks in general were hyped last year too much.
He got undrafted.
How about, I think, one that bamboozled all of us? How about Jalen Tolbert? Do you remember the Jalen Tolbert hype?
He gave us the Ooka Dukes. He went the...
He got the draft capital. He got the landing spot, the Senior Bowl hype. And one that different players, but I feel we're getting similar vibes with Tank Dell right now, Calvin Austin. Remember Calvin Austin was like, yeah, he's undersized, but this dude is incredible quickness, really fast. Now, nowhere near the route runner that Tank Dell is. Tank Dell is an incredible route runner, but won't you know it, they're still massively undersized. Unfortunately, he didn't grow 6 inches at the Senior Bowl and gained 30 pounds.
He was smaller than what college said. They said
he was actually smaller than what we had thought. He was like 10 or 15 pounds smaller, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, and when we looked him up online, it said 5'10", 5'11", but he's 5'9". Oh,
and
wait,
it said 175 or something.
Yeah, I mean, hold on, we have.
He's what, 163? Is that right?
I can tell you right now, we have it on the thing. I didn't pull it up here. He is 5'8", 163 pounds. I mean,
I literally feel like it is me out on that field. Like, that is my body. He has my body, and that body's going into the NFL. that is really concerning.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there was a lot of hype with a couple different people.
Yeah, a couple other last names, by the way. Christian Watson, and that's so like, yeah, one of 10 or so hype names did work out, was worth the hype.
Yeah.
All I would say is, don't base an opinion off the Senior Bowl. Just don't. I mean, what we want to see is confirmation of belief. We don't want to have our entire opinions changed. So, I mean, you talk about Tutu Atwell. He got good draft capital, right? There was hype. He got good draft capital. Did it work out? No, that was a wasted pick if you drafted him.
Yeah, he wasn't the worst team pick for the Rams. Though, but yes, it was.
Well, worst team. I was a good. I mean, good team.
Worst team possible. I mean, worst team possible for like production, because at the time, Jefferson was gonna pop off. Cooper Kupp went up.
Fair.
All that stuff was happening. But still, I get what you're saying it's not gonna land somewhere. I think the landing spot is gonna matter. So I mean, just like it matters for everyone, but specifically for someone like Tank in his size, it's going to matter to where like, okay, there's literally no one else on this team for him to have an opportunity.
I don't want to say I'm out, but I don't think it's going to matter for me where he lands. I just don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, what is the absolute upside and ceiling for a player like that? Tell me the highest possible ceiling for a player like that.
28 to 35 potentially.
Right. Okay.
I mean, we even seen Greg Dortch 5'7", JT said.
Yeah, 5'7". Isn't he around 180 though?
It's a little bit different. I mean, yeah.
I feel like Dortch was used out of necessity, but I can see it.
Yeah, and I think that's, once again, scenarios like that. Maybe when Dortch came in, we weren't like, oh, Greg Dortch, he has the speed, the quick twitchiness, the athleticism. Same thing that Tank does, but look how Greg Dortch kind of panned out.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the way we thought. I mean, I didn't scout him, so I don't really know the thought process of his play coming in. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. And we had to look at some of these Senior Bowl measurements before we released our Patreon package. And why don't we look at these real quick? Because there were some surprises, I would say. So specifically at the running back position, two things that we loved to see: Tajay Spears getting up to 204, because the reports were that he was 190. So that's awesome to see him get up to that 204 mark. We like Tajay Spears. Really, the concerns was the size, the durability. That was the main concerns for him. And let's see if draft capital ends up being there. But even 204 is pretty. I mean, he's probably not a workhorse still.
No, he's not. He's not a workhorse. But I mean, if you watch the Senior Bowl highlights and look, just everyone around the Senior Bowl coverage is hyping him up to the next level.
They're giving him that
Twitter.
Guac 3000 for sure.
100%. He is Guac 3000. He's getting the love. He's getting the love hard right now, and he's getting, I feel like, the most touches in the backfield. Like, I don't see anyone else getting touches like Tajay is getting right now.
Yeah. Chase Brown weighing at 215. We thought it was 205. That's great. Great to see. I know that's your guy, so that is very.
He hasn't been getting too much
again,
love
for you. That should confirm your opinion. For me, I'm not sure how much it changes. It's good to see the weight, but
no, yeah.
Then we saw some other guys like, what was it? I think Puka is definitely a name that we like. Getting 6'1", 206 is good to see. Rashee Rice I think he was listed at 6'2", 206.
He's a little bit
He's
smaller.
actually 6 foot, 200.
Yeah.
And then Xavier Hutchinson,
our Senior Bowl.
Xavier Hutchinson, I think, was at 6'3", 205. So he actually comes at right under 6'2", 207, which that doesn't really concern me too much. And then it's good to see Luke Musgrave, this freaking just giant of a man at 6'5", 255. Dude's a freak athlete. So, yeah, interesting to see some of those official numbers. And, of course, we're going to see all the official measurements here soon. You'll find out exactly how tall Bryce Young is. You'll find out all of that. So, all the good stuff's coming. All right, guys, we're doing a 2023 Dynasty rookie draft for you today. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun. if people want to join Badake, how can they go about joining today's live stream?
Yeah, all you have to do is join our Discord. The link is in the description below. Join our Discord. It is first come, first serve. That's where I'll be dropping the link at the Dynasty Damn It tab. And then you go into that tab, and then there is a Dynasty mock draft tab. We're going to be doing rookies today, obviously, with landing spots. We have the landing spots in the description, or I'm sorry, in the chat. It should be Zach probably either put it in there earlier, or if not, he'll probably put it in here now.
Landing spots are in the description. We'll go through them in 1 second as well.
But it is first come. Yeah, it is first come, first serve, guys. So if you don't get in today, it's okay. We do a mock draft Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna be doing all throughout the off season leading up to the 2023 NFL season. So all love, first come, first serve. And should I send the link out now? Yeah, right.
You should probably join first.
I should probably join first. You're right. I'll do the 12.
12? Okay, cool.
I'll do the 12 here. Okay. And now send this out. Dynasty mock draft. The link here. Guys, as a tip, if you're trying to join on your phone, it's probably faster to do it on a laptop, a PC, something else like that, because the response time is a little bit quicker than getting it on your phone. So trying to give you guys some hints, whether if you don't get it now or maybe later. But yes, that's the hint or tip. 3, 2, 1. All right. There goes that link.
So while people are joining, let's get on the same page here for 1 second. This is a 2023 rookie mock draft. It is Superflex. It is not tight end premium. And it is PPR scoring format. We are using the landing spots from Charlie Campbell over on Walter Football.
Good old Charlie.
He always puts out some fun stuff. So we'll go through those real quick. And you guys obviously will have access as well to this mock draft as we put it in the chat. It's also in the description. Bryce Young's a Texan. We got CJ Stroud a Colt. That seems pretty common. Will Levis a Raider. Anthony Richardson is a Panther. Bijan Robinson goes to the Eagles at 10. That is hot. That's fire hot.
Super team, man.
Quentin Johnston goes to the Jets at 13. And then we go to round 17 to 31. And we see the next offensive player off the board is Jackson Smith-Njigba to the Ravens. Jordan Addison to your New York Football Giants at the end of the first. Michael Mayer to the Bengals. That's a great landing spot. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Chiefs at the end of the first round. I don't think this moves him up, but I think it just keeps him right where he was in my eyes. It's not that I don't like the landing spot, because I think seeing what Jerick McKinnon has done gives me a lot of hope for someone like Jahmyr Gibbs in that offense. Move on to the second round. Zay Flowers to the Texans links up with Bryce Young. Then we see Zach Charbonnet to the Raiders in the early second round. Tanner McKee to the Saints. Then we see Jalen Hyatt to the Packers. Cedric Tillman to the Patriots. Hendon Hooker to the Commanders. Darnell Washington to the Bucks, which that's an interesting landing spot for him. Dalton Kincaid to your New York Football Giants in the second round.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I mean, second round tight end. I think he's a better prospect than Daniel Bellinger. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. Jonathan Mingo to the Bears. Kayshon Boutte to the Cardinals in the third round. So interesting landing spot for him. Kenny McIntosh goes to the Rams. Dontavion Wicks to the Raiders. Deuce Vaughn to the Saints in the third. Tennessee Titans get Tucker Kraft. These are some interesting landing spots. Sam Laporta to the Dolphins. Devin A-Chain to the Colts. I actually like that. That makes a lot of sense. That's a good landing spot.
Devin A-Chain to the Colts.
I like that spot. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Malik Cunningham to the Lions. Josh Downs to the Seahawks. In the third round, Jaron Hall to the Vikings. Charlie Jones to the Giants. In the third, Zach Evans to the Cowboys in the third. Xavier Hutchinson to the Buffalo Bills in the third. We love to see it. Everyone else doesn't have a landing spot, but you can feel free to draft them as you please. But let's go ahead. 2 minutes on the clock. Take as much time as you want. And at the end of each round, we'll pause and we'll talk about some of these spots and comment as we go as well. By the way, big shout out to Ronnie, who's in the chat right now, who just signed up over on Patreon.
Appreciate you, brother. That's awesome.
And we just connected with him over on the Discord. So it's good to have you here, man. That's awesome that you got in. It's always that free for all. We never know who's getting in. There goes Bijan Robinson at the 101. Again, he lands with the Eagles, 10th overall pick. I know it's a luxury pick, but that's one hell of a luxury pick for them.
Imagine being in the Super Bowl, having the chance to win the Super Bowl, and still have a top 10 pick.
Yeah,
bro,
insane.
That's wild.
Absolutely insane. There goes Bryce Young. What up, MP? He says here in sunny San Diego. I love it.
Hey, MP. MP, are you gonna go to the Super Bowl?
That would be cool.
I wonder. I mean, you're out there. Well, you're in the West Coast right now, so I wonder if you go to Arizona, a couple hours away.
How is Bijan going over Tank Dell? Honestly, what is going on here? Top funny. 10 pick and another first. Yeah, they have 2 firsts. Insane. Yeah, all right, so we see Bryce and CJ go. Both the quarterbacks go off the board back to back. I was hoping I would get JSN, but I'm pretty happy to take Jahmyr Gibbs here. Again, I'm not bumping up his value because he went to the Chiefs. He was already my consensus 105, or consensus would be both of us, but he was already 105 for me.
Right.
So it's not as if I'm moving him up. Do I love the landing spot for the Chiefs? No, I don't love it. But if he is utilized in that Jerick McKinnon role, then I definitely like what it could be. And yeah, I mean, I wonder if he wears number 25. See a little Jamal Charles there in Kansas City.
Good old Kansas.
I know people get upset when I use the Jamal Charles comparison, but I'll go Jahmyr Gibbs here at the 105. MP says, no way, bro. My wife would divorce me if you think I got 6 stacks laying there.
I actually think a good friend of ours is a Eagles fan, and I think he bought tickets, I think, just to be in Arizona.
Yeah.
To be around the Super Bowl. I don't know if he got tickets to get to go to Super Bowl. But I think he's flying out there, which is kind of cool.
What's up, Leonardo? Jimmy says, wait, what's too early for Izzy? I would say probably, let me look at my rankings. I mean, I have him currently ranked as the 209, but landing spot, draft capital will be important there.
Gosh, this happened so fast. I need to remember these landing spots.
Yeah, Pacheco and Gibbs would be a really fun duo. As we see Charbonnet off the board, he went to the Raiders in the 2nd. Anthony Richardson went to the Panthers in the 1st. Will Levis went to the Raiders in the 1st. Michael Mayer went to the Bengals, and you're up on the clock. And while Badake is thinking about who he's going to pick, shout out to the 89 people watching the stream. Hey, can you guys do us a huge favor and drop a like? There's the easiest way to support what we do. You like that? Easiest way to support the channel to help us grow. And if we get to that 115 like mark, we're going to go ahead and pop off another rookie mock draft for you guys. We'll go ahead and do 2 today. If we can get to that 115 like mark, we'll get some more people in. So do us a favor. If you want to see another mock draft, drop that like. Easy ways to support the channel, to support what we do. What are you thinking here, Badake, at the 112?
I'm trying to find where Josh Downs went just so I can double check. I do have
He went to the Seahawks in the 3rd round, I believe.
Okay, so that kind of confirms my pick here. And let me just double check. Sean Tucker?
Yes, Seahawks in the 3rd round.
Sean
Tucker was not drafted.
Okay, I'm just going to take Kayshon Boutte because I know he went to the Cardinals in the 3rd. He goes there with Kyler Murray. Probably won't do anything this year without Kyler, but hey, probably grow together.
Yeah, I like it. Kayshon Boutte at the 112. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, William. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Keep or sell Zeke or for a 3rd. I mean, depends if you're competing. You probably just keep Zeke.
Yeah.
What's up, Prob? He says getting close to 5K subs. Close, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every day we're just grinding a little bit more. Can we mock draft what if the 102, 103, and 104 are quarterbacks? I mean, we could. The issue is that we can't really, people gonna pick who they want to pick. So
yeah, can't really control that.
But yeah, Zach Evans goes off the board at the 201, and let's see what's gonna fall to me. I got my eyes on someone. I'm surprised he's still there, and I'm hoping no one takes him. Spears is getting hype. How high do you think he can go in the NFL draft? Probably, I would say 3rd round. I would struggle to see him going higher than 3rd round.
Yeah.
Despite this hype. and I wouldn't be surprised if he went later still. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, he definitely can offer a team like an incredible complementary option. But at 5'9", 204, even the fact that he got to 204, and I like Tajay Spears, I'm just not sure you're ever going to get a workhorse player at that size. Dang it. So Zay Flowers goes off the board. He went to the Texans in the second. There goes Josh Downs as well off the board. He went to the Seahawks. I like that landing spot. Third round draft capital is not ideal, but I like the landing spot.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it either. I mean, he can went to the Seahawks. Yeah, I guess you hope that what's his name's gone, Tyler Lockett. I guess he probably won't be gone this year, but no, transition happens sooner rather than later.
What's his contract looking like?
I think he has like 2 more years, doesn't he? Something ridiculous.
I think he signed a deal pretty recently. Tyler Lockett currently is signed until 2025. He'll be a free agent in 2026. Free agent. Doesn't mean he's going to stay at the same production.
No,
okay, so Sean Tucker goes off the board. Let me double check my rankings here, but I actually feel like this is where I would take Devin Achane regardless. He is my 205 in my rankings. There is someone ahead of him, though, that is still available. And that is Xavier Hutchinson, who goes to the Bills. I feel like Xavier actually could serve as a very good wide receiver 2 in Buffalo. It's not even the landing spot. You guys know I love Xavier. Between Xavier and Achane, it's a tough call here, but I gotta go grab my guy. Let's get Xavier on the squad here at the 2-5.
Get X up in there.
X gonna give it to you. I like the landing spot with the Bills. I mean, I think he can easily carve himself out wide receiver 2 opportunity there.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I don't know. I'm not jumping to the opportunity, but I do like Josh Allen and think if you can get an elite, high caliber quarterback that can make anyone around him produce, it definitely is fun. But yeah,
for me, I was already going to bet on the talent, no matter where he went. The fact that he went to Josh Allen is just a bonus to me. One of the most pass-happy teams in the NFL. So that's how I'm viewing it. But yeah, I think we don't want to draft someone higher because they go to the Bills or the Chiefs. But if we already like the player, the talent, then I think it's okay to bet on the good landing spots as well. Achane goes at the 2-6. He went to the Colts in this one, which I like how he complements Jonathan Taylor personally. I think he makes a lot of sense there because Michael Pittman is your one, obviously. We think Alec Pierce can develop into being that too, but Achane kind of offers this versatile weapon there in Indy. And there goes Rashee Rice off the board at the 2-7. Not having the best Senior Bowl, is he?
No, he's not. I mean, apparently he's getting bodied around. He dropped a couple passes, just like little things like that. It's just, it's tough. That's tough. Goes Jalen Hyatt here.
Gabe isn't going anywhere. That's fine, Jared. I don't care about Gabe Davis. He's been just a guy for me 4 years now. I didn't fall into that hype, and I'd be much happier to see Xavier Hutchinson steal that wide receiver 2 role. Which rookie do you think has the biggest change of value after the Senior Bowl? We talked about this earlier. We just don't like having the Senior Bowl determine rankings, and I think it's good to have the Senior Bowl confirm things, but if you're moving players up like 5-6 spots in your rankings because of Senior Bowl, it's probably the wrong process. We talked about it last year. We had a lot of hype names in the Senior Bowl. Those names, Christian Watson was the one winner there, but Abram Smith, Velus Jones, Carson Strong, Jalen Tolbert, Calvin Austin. I mean, if you moved those players up last year because of the Senior Bowl, it's just, you don't want the Senior Bowl to change your rankings entirely. You want them to confirm, ideally, how you feel about a player. Yeah. As Jalen Hyatt goes off the board, Jonathan Mingo went to the Bears. Cedric Tillman goes off the board. And then Kendre Miller and Badake, you're up on the clock here. I don't think Tank Bigsby got drafted, if I'm not mistaken.
Nah, but he's still available here, and that's exactly who I'm going to take. Drafted. He is kind of the next guy available in my ranking. And I believe in the talent. I mean, just got to wait and see where he kind of lands.
Beardman says Chase Brown had 3 fumbles at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
Is that already?
Yeah, he's not.
Because they haven't actually played the Senior Bowl. They're only doing practice.
In practice, it's not looking good for Chase. He like he said, he fumbled.
We talked about that in our profile for him.
Yeah, he had a couple fumble issue. So
yeah.
for that to happen,
I think he has 8 total fumbles in his career, which is not good at all.
And he fumbled 5 times this year in the 2022 season, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so not good that we're seeing that again.
Yeah.
But again, that's one of those things where, like, to me, it just kind of confirms that NFL teams are probably going to be a little bit worried about giving him this massive workload if he has ball security issues. So, yeah, again, I don't think Senior Bowl should change your perspective entirely, but I think it should hopefully confirm what you already saw on film.
Yeah, we just have to remember, like, Senior Bowl is practice, right? These aren't guys that are going.
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice. These aren't guys that are going like full speed. You know, they're trying to work on their fundamentals, and so that the NFL scouts can understand them, who they are as a person.
That's fair.
Right? So
they also are trying to put on, though. They are trying to be noticed.
For sure. You know, they are trying to challenge them, and the Senior Bowl is a challenge for all these players. Having a new playbook, being around new people, you know, like how can you learn on the fly? And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to discredit, like I'm not trying to say, yeah, that's why Chase is fumbling. I think that goes for everyone. And I think, you know, we have to take that with a grain of salt. Like maybe the offense here for Tajay is just Tajay Spears. It's kind of maybe what he ran in college, you know, where some of these other running backs kind of didn't.
Nothing's perfect.
Yeah, nothing is perfect.
So I have my running back sleeper on the board, and I'm going to draft him here. But I just want to remind everyone who's watching, appreciate the love, appreciate the support. If we get to the 115 like mark, we're going to pop off another rookie mock draft for you guys right after this one. Do us a favor, drop a like, easy way to support the show. And if you want to see another mock draft, maybe you want a chance to get in, you want to see some new ADP, another perspective, do us a favor, drop a like. Let's try and get to that like mark and get to the next one. I'm on the board here, and I have my favorite running back sleeper just sitting in my lap right now, Israel Abanikanda. Just sitting here at the 3-5. I mean, how do I not take him?
How do you not take him?
I have to take him here. I absolutely have to. So we'll go ahead and grab him here at the 305 and feel really good about it. Just pop it off, boys. Pop bottles.
Pop bottles and MP over there in LA, huh?
If he lands in Washington, I'm taking Hooker higher than that, Sean says. I can respect it. As a Washington guy, I don't know. I mean, I guess. It's tough, man. It's tough with Hendon. Is 301 too high? No, I don't think so. Keep 106 or trade for Josh Jacobs. If you need a running back, Josh Jacobs is the best running back you're going to get. He's worth more than the 106 is what I'm trying to say in this year's class for the running back room. Hooker's interesting, but his age and system he played in could easily make him a career backup. I agree. We talked about that a little bit on the Patreon package as well. UT says, hi guys, I have a lot of picks including the 102 this year. My core is Lamar, Watson, Etienne, Diggs, Ridley, Pitts. Feel like quarterback should be my strength. Yeah. Lamar and Watson's pretty good. I would go best player available. Do I reach on wide receiver or grab a third quarterback? My first advice would be to try and trade down so you can trade down to the 103 if that 103 needs a quarterback.
Yeah, and get some value, you know, try to get some
trade down to the 104, you know, and then I would take best player available, which would likely be JSN.
Yeah, agreed.
Hendon Hooker off the board. Deuce Vaughn at the 3-4. Highest we've seen him go. I know he went in the third round, if I'm not mistaken. People have told us that we say that too much.
What?
If I'm not mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah. I'm not, I mean, we don't want to be wrong. Right?
Why did you say Deuce Vaughn is from Kentucky though? That's funny. He's definitely from Kansas State. Kenny McIntosh goes off the board. Rashawn Johnson goes off the board. And 2 picks until you're up.
Yes, I know who I'm going to take. I already have a couple people on the queue. So hopefully he falls to me.
Rashawn Johnson was at the Senior Bowl. I think he broke a bone in his hand.
Johnson did? Did he?
I think so, yeah. So he's not able to really participate.
And that's why somebody stepped up. Who was it?
Yeah.
It was somebody Damn. It was let me find out who it was.
Yeah, unfortunately, he had some sort of injury. I think it was a broken bone in his hand.
Big ol' Roscoe, huh?
I could be wrong, but...
Was it Eric? No. Was it Eric that stepped up? I saw it on Twitter, man. I'm trying to find it.
You see Kenny, Rashawn Johnson. Let's see what we're doing here at the end of the third. You got a player in mind here?
Yeah, I do.
That's probably who you wanted.
I do take him. Yep, and that's exactly who I wanted. It's just the classic. Well,
Simon says, won my league 3 years in a row. Should I trade 104 and 107 for established pieces or draft rookies? I would just get some youth in there, man. Just keep piling on some youth. It sounds like your team is already good. Just get an infusion of youth in there.
All right. Well, this other guy is not still in the ADP because that's where I will go. So my next guy technically is Puka.
Puka Nakao. How do you say his name? Is it Puka Nakua? Is it Puka Nuka? We don't know. We don't know.
You let me know.
But we do like him. We do like Puka.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty high ceiling. I mean, such a imposing athlete. Great contested catch hand. I mean, reminds me a little bit of Alec Pierce.
Yeah. I think we kind of both have that same comp. He's having a good time at the Senior Bowl right now as well. So let's see kind of where he can land. Maybe he could get a wide receiver 2 role.
Yeah.
On a team somewhere. You never know.
Startup draft after this? No, we wouldn't do a startup draft, but we'd be happy to pop off another rookie draft for you guys if you'd like. Just help us get to that 115 like goal, and we'd be happy to pop it off. So if you have yet to drop a like, 90 likes. We're only 25 likes away with your help. There's probably 25 people out there who haven't hit the like button yet. Easiest way for you to support the show, and then we'll put on another mock draft for you. So drop a like all together, and let's see if we can hit that goal. Shane says, let's figure it out together. What were we figuring out together?
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. Let's figure it out together.
Yeah, that's funny.
The post NFL draft live streams are going to be lit this year. Yes, Stephen. They absolutely will.
What do you guys... I mean, we haven't spoken about it, and maybe we should ask the community, but... and I wasn't here last time, right? Because I was at my honeymoon for the draft, so it's going to be different this year. So did you go... Were you live during the draft?
And no, it's pointless to be live during the draft because so many people put on really good draft shows. I mean, there's so many people out there who just put on these incredible draft shows. And there goes Tajay Spears. I was about to grab him. Mm-hmm. So what I did is as soon as each round ended, I would go live and we would do a rookie mock.
The money maker Badake. Right. Okay. Yeah. And we haven't spoken about it, but I'm assuming we probably won't go live because you're right. We did go live once. We did go live once to do the draft. And Stowers, my goodness. Sorry, I just.
Is Luke Musgrave still available? No, he went. Wow. I'm really kind of reaching in a bag here. I'll grab Jaden Reed out of Michigan State here. Fun player. I don't think he's a 1 or a 2. I think he's more of like a piece you put all around the field, but really fun player. So I'll take him there at the 4 or 5. Just put some recognition on his name, really.
Put it in the chat. Look at the chat.
Justin Stowers says, here are 20 more likes. Let's effing go. Wow.
That's crazy.
The legend grows of Justin Stowers.
I know. Justin's at the top of our list. Maybe we should have a little board or something. Donations. And then
yeah, we should. How do you do that? I know people do that. How do you
Just
do
in
that?
I've seen that on Twitch more often, and be like, top donation or donators.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we can figure it out how to do it for us.
Justin, really appreciate the donation. That's very kind of you, man.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Steven says, I like it. Nice.
You
Your
like
Apple
that?
slogan for Nakua? Oh, okay, let's figure it out together. Right.
He wants to jump in.
There comes the donation.
Just make a donation.
Notification
A little bit late. But Justin,
maybe we
really
should
appreciate
change
that,
the
man. That's very
donation
kind
one.
of you.
Dang, he wants to jump in, but instead he'll just make a donation.
Justin says, I need no recognition. I hope you guys get more. I mean,
I
there's like
appreciate
Batman level vibes of respect here. It's like,
Batman level 5.
well, how does that end of that Batman movie go? It's like, I never got a chance to say thank you, and you'll never have to. That's Justin Stowers. He is actual real life Batman. We're like, oh, we want to say thank you.
What are you
He's like,
talking about?
"You'll
What
never
Batman
have
movie are you
to."
talking about? Are you talking about
What?
I can't
You've
remember.
never heard that?
I can't remember that scene. I've heard it, but I just can't remember it. I can't remember where it's at in the movie. That's what I'm trying to say. The one I remember.
It's the people that you know the best who hurt you the most.
It's the people that you know the best.
Come on.
I just remember it's like when Alfred in the old, I think the Dark Knight, he's like, "What's good about those bloody push-ups if you can't pick up a log?" You know, that one's pretty funny.
So you know about that saying, correct?
Yes, I just can't picture what movie it's in, like
Okay.
where in which Batman it's in.
Right. I'm pretty sure it's Batman Begins.
Yeah, I just can't remember.
Yeah. Hey guys, we need 115 likes to pop off another mock draft. We'll go straight from the 101 all again. We'll get all brand new people in here. So if you want to see another mock draft, drop a like. Easiest way to support the show. Let's get to that 115 mark and we'll pop off another one for you right here, right now. Really appreciate the love, appreciate the support. I mean, now we're only 15 likes away. 15 likes away, 15 of you, and we can get to that point. We can pop off another mock draft for you. The hero we deserve, the one we need. Justin Stowers is Denzel in Training Day. He says, I'm in Key West and at a campground right now, just relaxing, enjoying some peace. I'll be back home next week, then I'll try and join one of the mocks. I love that.
All love, man.
Justin's living the life. Stowers about to donate 115. Stop it. Don't do that.
Oh, man.
Okay, so Tank Dell goes off the board at the 410. I'm going to double check where I have him in my rankings right now. I have him as my wide receiver 17. So where did he go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So to me, that's actually good. I mean, that's a good pick there. Take a shot.
Yeah. I think what's going to happen is that we're going to have to adjust just based off draft capital. And I think our post NFL rankings are going to look significantly different with Tank specifically because of, once again, the draft capital. And it's just going to be interesting to see what happens with these guys or with him specifically.
Yeah, with him specifically, I agree. It'll be interesting to see where he goes. So we saw Charlie Jones at the 4-6, Rakim Jarrett at the 4-7, Chris Rodriguez out of Kentucky at the 4-8, and then Trey Palmer and Tank Dell. I feel like Styles might actually be on auto here. So let me set up a new mock. Again, guys, we only need 10 more likes to hit that 115 like goal. If we do that, I will pop off a new mock draft for us right here, right now. So do us a favor. If you have not dropped a like, go ahead and do so. Only 10 more likes right now. If we get to that 115 like goal, I'll pop off another stream, another mock for you. Everyone will get in. Well, not everyone, but a whole new row of people. Yeah, and we'll make it happen. Stetson Bennett at the 411. You love to see it.
You love to see it. I'm going to take a guy. I'm just going to take a random name, but I want to put this guy on the map because I think he should get the recognition, and he is a tight end. And his name is Sam Laporta. So I'm taking Sam Laporta out of Iowa, 6'4", 249 pounds, 22 years old. And I won't be surprised if we see him kind of rise up these draft boards. He's not at the Senior Bowl. He's not at anything like that. But if he can get third round, fourth round draft capital, I think he can have a pathway, maybe like a Dawson Knox, like the Daniel Bellingers, one of these guys that go in the late rounds, but has kind of surprising production once he is on a team with an NFL team. So he kind of reminds me of my pro comp for him right now. That absolute ceiling of George Kittle, and then floor is a Noah Fant. So that's the type of things he can do. He can block, he can run, he's a good pass catcher. So he's not an incredible blocker, but there's definitely opportunity for him to grow there. So Sam Laporta, guys, have a look at him out of Iowa.
Sam Laporta out of Iowa. I mean, Iowa puts up really good tight end prospects year after year. That's tight end university for most people. So you love to see it. All right. We're only 6 likes away. All we need is 6 likes to pop off a new mock draft for you guys right here, right now. We'll get a whole new,
babe, did you like the stream?
Whole new group of people. So do us a favor, if you have yet to drop a like, help us get to that 115 mark. Only need 5 more likes now. So we're gonna keep track of who is here, and make sure they don't get into the new one. Because otherwise, you're going to be publicly shamed. We started doing that now. Pretty cool. Started publicly shaming people if they get into a new one. Here we go. We got part 2. Linear. We'll do 60 seconds on the clock.
Yep.
Where should I draft from, guys? Where should I draft from? Let me know. Where should I draft from? Where did you just go from, Badake?
The 12.
We went from the 12. Sam says the 111. Nathan says link, 106.
That would be helpful. You heard?
Yeah, no, I'm going to send it to you. Okay. I was just looking at Steven's comment. It says, objective number 1 of the internet, don't get publicly shamed or canceled. 110, 112, 109, 108. All right, so we have a lot of the 108 to 110. Why don't I ask Siri, pick a number from 8 to 12. Let's see what she does.
I'm just going to do the 6.
Pick a number from 8 to 12, Siri.
I was at 12 last time, so let's just go up by half.
Okay, she chose 8. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Hopefully y'all could see that. Did that come through? I don't think... Okay, yeah, it came through. She chose 8, so we're going to go 8 here. We're going to go 108. And we'll get a whole new round of people in. So if you were in here, I remember who was at 1. You will be publicly shamed if you join this next one. Try and let other people join. You don't need to do 2 rookie mock drafts in one day. Let other people in the Dynasty community join this one. If you guys want a chance to be a part of it, join our Discord with the link in the description. I'll also paste it here in the chat.
That's right.
So yeah, let's go ahead and let's send that link out and let's get this next one popping.
All right, here we go.
Part
2. Part 2. 3, 2, 1. It's out. There it is. There we go. There I go. There I go. There I go.
Quick 6 was at 1, by the way. I'm just keeping track. Just keep accountable.
Just keep accountable.
Do we have anyone?
Wow, we got some new people here. What an opportunity.
All brand new people.
Wow. I mean, this is a community that you want to have here. People that keep each other accountable.
Well done, guys. Well done. I'm proud of everyone out here.
It's hard. It's hard to be that person too. You know.
Smurf says, "Hey, Luke, look, Ma." I think he made it in. All right, guys. Superflex. We are doing the same landing spots. It is a Superflex draft. All the same settings. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy off. 60 seconds on the clock. 60 seconds on the clock. Bijan Robinson, 101.
Wow, what a surprise. What a surprise there. I mean,
to the Eagles.
If you can get
Bijan, let's say Bijan Robinson goes to the Eagles like he is mocked to go here as a 10th overall pick to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you now draft him in redraft leagues? Because I feel like he becomes a top 5 pick in redraft leagues at that point. Like a top 5 running back pick is what I'm saying. So you probably go CMC.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking CMC then Bijan personally. Jonathan Taylor, I think there's a question. I think it would be CMC, Bijan, JT, and then you kind of move on from there, right?
I'm just gonna look real quick and see what it would look like.
I think that's where I'll go. I mean,
okay, you have to ask yourself: Josh Jacobs, Austin Eckler, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon. Maybe. I mean, where do you actually take Bijan Robinson at that point? I mean, I think you got to put him top 5 at somewhere.
No, for sure.
As I'm looking at my rookie rankings, Will Levis goes off the board. This is pretty easy for me. Anthony Richardson gets drafted to the Panthers with the 9th overall pick. I will take him here at the 108. Highest ceiling, lowest floor in the draft, but I'll take a risk here at the 108. But yeah, where do you take Bijan then?
I think it's 102.
Wow.
I think that's where he can go.
I think you'll see a lot of people take wide receivers though earlier than anticipated next year as well.
Yeah, that's what people will take him. I think
he's definitely like a top 8 pick in redraft leagues. I'm not sure 102.
I think people definitely top 8. I think people will be more skeptical on someone like I guess if JJ stays, right? Great. JJ stays. I don't know if people are going to say, yeah, he could have the same opportunity, like production opportunity. I think Derek Carr is going to leave. There's going to be a new quarterback there, whether it's young or older, right? Maybe they do lean on him, but I think he could be a top 8 pick. JJ. Austin Eckler, people are probably scared of. Kellen Moore. I don't know how to say his name.
Kellen Mond's the quarterback, but Moore is the coach. Yeah.
Yeah. So, there's already talks on Twitter and out there saying Austin Eckler, even in the chat yesterday, Eckler is going to look different now. He's just going to have more like that Tony Pollard role. They're going to take opportunities away from him. Like, how are people going to view him once we get closer to the season? I think people feel a little bit more comfortable with someone like a Saquon Barkley, a CMC, a Jonathan Taylor. I think maybe 4, maybe with that security, if I want to like reevaluate then. So then, yeah, CMC, Jonathan Taylor, Saquon, then Bijan. But I don't think people are going to take Saquon at the 103.
I think CMC, Josh Jacobs, Saquon Eckler. You have to think about Justin Jefferson.
Right, Justin Jefferson.
So I think he'll probably be locked in as a top 8 pick, but I'm not sure. I mean, well, let's see what happens. Where do you think the highest you take AR is? It will depend on draft capital. Right now, my rankings are based off of him getting top, I would say, like first round draft capital. If he doesn't get first round draft capital, I'm not going to have him as my 106. But right now, in my rookie startup rankings, I have him, or in my rookie draft rankings, I have him as my 106. So that's as early as I would take him. But of course, draft capital, coaching staff around him, all those things would be important. Weapons, offensive line, all those things will be important. As Kayshon Boutte goes at the 2-1. Then Zay Flowers, love me some Zay. Zach Evans goes off the board. I wonder if I'm gonna get this player who's gonna fall to me again or not.
I got a couple people in mind. Based off my rankings.
Based off your rankings,
Based on the Superflex rookie rankings that we have put out here on Patreon, patreon.com/DynastyLand. Gosh, that's so like robotic. Every single time, like when you do that and someone does that, it's just like, anyways, you got to though. You got to.
I get it. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do at the end of the day.
Yeah, you guys look at that movement on that standing desk. Look how just smooth it just goes down, huh?
I mean, shout out to the Australian government. I got it for free. This is an $1,100 desk, and I got it for free.
He got it for free.
There goes Jalen Hyatt at the 2-5.
What an opportunity for him.
Dang it, you son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
X gonna give it to you.
Oh my gosh. Well, those are both my picks back to back. Is Josh Downs still Josh Downs went to 111. Michael Mayer's obviously gone. Oof, so it's really between Rashee Rice.
You can see people looking at the document, by the way.
Yeah, they have access to it.
I know, it's cool. It's good to see other people with us, on the document.
Yeah. I think it's gonna have to be Rashee Rice here.
Probably. Richie Rich.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Rashee. No one here I want to take ahead of him at this very moment.
All videos.
Again, I know he's not had the best Senior Bowl, but I'm not gonna dock someone because of the Senior Bowl if I like their film.
No,
so I'll grab him here at the 2.8.
For sure. I think it's good.
Steven says I was just pulling it up.
No, I love it, man.
What's the highest and lowest you could see Zach Evans going in rookie drafts? I mean, I would say right around the 110 is the highest. The lowest, it depends on your leagues, but probably like an entire round later, 210. It really does depend on the league. Everyone is so split on Zach Evans, but I think draft capital will really solidify where he ends up going. You know, if he gets second round, third round pick,
right,
he'll probably end up being 111 to 202. If he falls somehow to the 5th round, you probably, you won't see him until late second. So I don't think he falls to the 5th, but I'm just saying like worst case scenario. That's how I would envision it.
Yeah, there's a pretty big window there for Evans, and where he can go. I mean, I agree. End of the first, mid to late second. That's his window, and that ranges from round. Second round, it feels like the end of the first. Early third kind of still feels like the end of the first, but once you get to that mid third, it's like, okay, that's where it kind of jumps, or falls.
Dalton Kincaid at the 210. I like it. I like the Dalton Kincaid pick. He goes to the Giants in the 2nd round in the mock drafts the landing spots that we're using.
Yeah, man.
So I like that landing spot.
It's crazy. The Giants. Once again,
you don't want them to go tight end, do you?
No, I maybe it's just because my influence from the people that I'm listening to from Giants and everything is leaning towards a defensive and getting talent towards the end, like towards the mid to late rounds. So we're probably looking at a 4th, 3rd round wide receiver, and then we'll get a wide receiver in free agency. So
there's just not many wide receivers in free agency.
No, and I think they're willing to get that opportunity and take. If they're willing to pay the bag to T, they're willing to pay the bag for Ayuk. Do I want that? Probably. For T, yes. For Ayuk, no. I mean, for OBJ, for Brandon Cooks, no. But I think that's the route they're going to go.
You have to think about it. That didn't really work out for anyone. People who didn't bet on wide receivers, it didn't work out for them. I think GMs are going to be way more strict on sending these top shelf receivers away. After seeing it really backfire on a lot of people,
Yeah, no, I agree, and I think that's the wrong move, because you're just bringing in, at least specifically for the Giants, you're just bringing in people. I'll take Chase Brown here. You're bringing in people that are just going to be fill-ins. You're not growing with DJ. We're not going to have OBJ for 3-4 years. We're not going to have Brandon Cooks for 3-4 years.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub.
Appreciate you.
That guy to your right.
Oh,
I mean the guy to my. The guy over my right. Wait, my right.
Yeah, you're right. That's right. Just make L's. That's how you learn left and right.
I know left and right, but I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the stream, and I'm trying to, because technically, no, my right would be anyway.
Anyways, the guy to your right. I mean, he's there.
Steven, yeah, we did love Jerome Ford. We did. Albie says, y'all watch more film than I do, but please explain Quentin Johnson to me. See a lot of drops, doesn't win 50-50 balls at a rate someone his size should. Like Savage always says, I can't get there.
You just can't get there. No, and I think it's just more, they're all those. Hold on, I'm hearing a noise that I'm not supposed to. Okay, I think it's just comes.
I didn't even know I was on the clock. Sleeper did.
Okay.
Did you guys see that?
I didn't see it on the screen. I was hearing the
noise. Did the stream see it? It didn't even update me. Was that just me? It went from 2-4 and then it just. Okay, well, Sleeper has been beautiful lately.
No, but with Quinton, someone like Quinton, he's a guy that I like. I think more the athleticism and the thought process of where he can be, and the roof that he can go, right. So the question is, yeah, watch. Please explain Quinton's to me. And I think you're getting a 6'4", 215-pound guy that can run a 440. That does, in my opinion, yes, he does have drop passes just like everyone else, but in my opinion, has decent hands, a good contested catch guy, a guy that can get the yards after the catch with the size. So I think there's just so much opportunity. There's so many things that he can do, and for sure growing just like any other wide receiver. But I see him being that workhorse guy. And yes, he may not be the prototypical wide receiver that NFLs are looking for, like the Garrett Wilsons, like the Olaves, like these slot wide receivers that are quick, twitchy, like that. But I think he could be a guy that can contribute. He's just not something that the NFL that we know. But he's not. I think if he comes in, a couple years later, before, and we're comparing him to the Julios, to the Mike Evans, to all those guys, the question is, like, the thought process is different there, right? So I just think is where we are in the NFL and how we look at things right now. But everything that he brings on film and on tape, in my opinion, is phenomenal. He does have things to grow, for sure. He does have a lot of areas to grow in.
Yeah,
but
I think
I like him.
What I would say personally is I agree that he does have drop issues. Like if I was to respond to it, I would say I agree. He does have drop issues. He does catch with his hands or with his body far too much. I 100% agree with you there. I love the athleticism. I love what he could be. But more importantly, I think what makes Quentin Johnson special, in my opinion, is his ability after the catch. So typically with these guys who are 6'4", 215, they're very limited. Deep ball threat, possession guy, trying to win one-on-one balls. Oddly enough, Quentin Johnson does not excel in that area just yet.
Come on.
But what gives me hope is his yards after the catch. This year, if you look at wide receivers who had a minimum of 50 targets, he was 6th in yards after catch per reception, which is very, very impressive. And you see that in his game, the lateral movement, the lateral quickness.
Yeah.
So he might not be someone who is used like a T. Higgins at the next level, unless he can develop into that sort of contested catcher. He might be someone who is this massive body that can be really good after the catch, just a freak athlete. Hopefully you can teach him to catch a little bit better with his hands, to be better at the catch point. So for me, I would agree. I'm lower on Quentin Johnston than Badake, but I would agree there definitely are drop issues. No doubt there's drop issues that he needs to address. Needs to be more solid with his hands. But I think the athlete that he is, the versatility that he brings, he can play anywhere on the field. I think he has a good foundation as a route runner. And after the catch, he's very special for his size. The size, the strength, the athleticism, combined with his ability after the catch is what intrigues me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to make my pick here. Did this guy go? Kenny did go. What about...
Who are you taking here, brother?
I think it's gonna be my next guy. I mean, I took him last time, but he's been next in my rankings is Puka.
Puka.
But yeah, I mean, he's definitely. I can definitely see the things, and I even saw a video today of Steve Smith. He was saying, I watched film where Quentin Johnson looks like amazing, and I can see him being this guy. And then there's other films where he's just and the biggest thing that it was saying the catch point, he's catching the ball with his body, and someone like Steve Smith obviously hates that, but yeah, Brett, hand technique is coachable for sure, and I think that is something that is going to be taught to him at the next level. At least we hope. You're on the clock here. Am I tripping? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to find my next player.
I thought my thing went out there. So
I think it's going to be Jaden Reed again. I'll take Jaden Reed here.
Yeah, I mean, you get to this point in the 4th round, and you're trying to find your guy.
Not even my guy, just next to my rankings.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I did. You're trying to find the guy next to your rankings, and that's kind of like you make these guys kind of like your guys in these areas, and you hope for the high upside. Like, like Puka, like Reed. Reed had little hype videos today as well at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah. Just don't get sucked into the hype, guys. Don't get sucked into the hype. If you already liked a player, great. If there's a player that's on your mind now, well, go watch all of his, go watch all of, not all, but go watch like 3 at minimum full games of his and see if you still feel the same way.
Raymond, I love that. I love that. And I'm going to use that if I do have him on my team.
Pikachu, I choose you. Get ready for this doozy at the 111. All right, let's see it. Thanks for the fire content, guys. No worries, G Money.
Nah, no worries, G Money.
Let's see it at the 111. Let's see it. What are we doing?
I wonder who he's going to pick.
Jake Hayner out of Fresno State.
Give it a Jakey.
A lot of people like him, man. Let's tell people about Jake Hayner for 1 second.
Yeah, man.
Jake Hayner out of Fresno State. Pretty accurate. Only 3 interceptions on the year. 6'1", 200 pounds. Let's see where he gets drafted. I mean, to be fair, Brock Purdy was, I think, 6'1" as well. But put up some pretty big numbers and took care of the ball really well. So, a little bit of respect on his name. There goes Eric Gray as well off the board. All right, guys, we're going to do a quick Q&A. Let us know if you have any questions. Be happy to answer them. And then we will probably log off for the day. We have some content that we're going to go and create or going to go edit. But, yeah, let us know what y'all thinking. What questions have you got? What questions do you want us to ask? I know at times people ask questions when we're in the stream. We're not able to reply to every single one, unfortunately. So let's try and use this time. You like that, Jake Hayner? Zach, go watch Hayner against LSU or UCLA last year. Special performance in case you had not seen it. I definitely will. My question from above. Sean's question from above. Looks like he says, if you have the 101 to 109, no 107, no running back should be competitive next year after this draft on his team. Okay, need running backs. What would you give up to get Hall, Walker, and Swift from a rebuilder? Sending Lance. Lance 106, 108 plus what to get it done? You're saying you wanna buy Breece Hall, Ken Walker, and Swift, and you're gonna send Lance 106, 108.
I'm happy to do Lance for if you can get Walker and Breece. That's an
interesting question, man.
What happened with Lance though? I think like in a scenario like this, I wouldn't want to be sending Lance right now, especially with Jimmy G saying no longer coming back, especially with Brock's elbow or arm. I kind of want to hold on to Lance in that scenario, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to send Lance either, but in this scenario, if you have no running backs at all, Lance the 106 to 108. I mean, you might have to add another first in there, but this doesn't sound like a very ideal trade. You don't want to get rid of a guy like Lance, who at this point, like, it definitely can get worse, but I think
everything is kind of
valued
leaning
properly.
Yeah, everything is kind of leaning towards okay. It looks like Trey's coming back.
Yeah,
it's like he's gonna have a little bit of an advantage, especially with Brock's arm and injury. You know, what happens if you can't throw the same? You know, if I'm not mistaken, I wonder who had Ben Roethlisberger that had UCL? But obviously he was older, but I could be mistaken there.
Yeah. I mean, for a guy like Brock, he should be able to recover from it, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's tough.
Dak the 102. I'm probably taking the 102. Yeah.
I'm going 102. Yeah.
But it's very close. And Dak is more. There's more security there for sure. Mate, season 3 of The Guys.
The Guys.
The deep story arc is objectively hilarious. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's so good.
What's the best Dynasty trade you've made and the worst?
Oh, I got a good
man.
one.
I have made so many Dynasty trades.
Yeah.
I know one that I made with you that I love.
Mm-hmm.
This is a while back.
The Michael Pittman one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Michael
fair.
Pittman. Badake was obsessed with Elijah Moore when he came out.
Yeah,
and
I did everything for him.
He basically traded the world to get Elijah Moore. We don't need to disclose the details, but
Nah, that's what happened. But it's okay.
yeah.
Still believe in Elijah. He just needs the opportunity. Give him the opportunity.
Hey, thank you for the sub, Chino. But I've made some. I mean, we've all made good and bad trades for sure. But honestly, I have made so many trades. I feel like I'm making a trade every couple days. So that's difficult to really say for sure. Is there one that comes to mind for you?
Yeah, the one I did last year. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, I made a couple bad trades. I did one last year, pretty bad. I think everyone knows what league that is as well. I think it was
not everyone, but
yeah, I did a terrible trade. We don't have to talk about it.
Basically sent Allen Robinson for a 24 first, right?
Yeah.
Like you got Allen Robinson. Yeah. We were wrong on A-Rob. I'd rather cut risk and take Stroud or Young.
Agreed.
At 204, who do you take and in what order?
Running back, tight end, quarterback need.
I mean, that would be available over on our Patreon rankings, my guy. You can see all of our rankings from 101 to the 612. Do you think Connor is a good buy for win now? I don't want to touch Connor, but
no.
Depends on the person. Do y'all talk about Brady?
Oh no, we did.
I think the Bucs are very much in play for a quarterback now. If Richardson or Will Levis falls, they very much in play for a quarterback. I think they're also in play for Derek Carr or a Jimmy G, one of those players. So we'll wait and see what happens. But keep Lance, draft Bijan. Okay, they're just giving advice, which is good. Trade Derrick Henry, Keenan Allen, and 203 for Javonte Mechie or hold. I think we've looked at a similar trade recently. But I think we've talked about that recently.
We have.
I think you're giving up a little bit too much.
That's coming out, PH. That's for sure. We definitely did that one.
You're giving up a little bit too much to get Javonte back. As much as we love Javonte. So then keep Lance and include 103, 106, and 108 for Hall, Walker, Swift, enough to get it done. It definitely should be enough to get it done. Yeah, that should be enough to get it done. You could also keep your picks and, draft Gibbs with one of those picks, draft a wide receiver with another one of them, and then trade for need later. But up to you. I'm currently in the first round of a Dynasty Startup draft, slow draft. I had the 104 and picked Hurts. I want another elite quarterback. How much should I give up to get Fields or Lance? You're going to have to pay too much for us to want to do that. But you'd probably have to give up your second and third round to get back into the first round. And that's just not something that we would want to do. But that's probably what it's going to cost. Best trade I made this season, PJ Walker for the 204. Nice.
Love that.
12-team Superflex, need of a quarterback too. Should I be okay taking A-Rich at 107 or should I be trying to get a vet? I'd be okay taking A-Rich at 107 if he gets the draft capital that we want. Deshaun, Michael Carter, Courtland Sutton, and the 105 for 112, 224 firsts, and 225 firsts. I'll take the first round picks there, even though I do love Deshaun Watson. That's just an overpay.
Agreed.
Jordan says I was offered a late 24 second and a late 24 fourth from Mike Evans. I would rather hold Evans if that's the case. I'd rather have an early second or hold Mike Evans.
Yeah, early second is massive there.
How many third rounders would be equal to the 112? You could give me every third rounder in the draft, and I would prefer the 112.
Agreed.
It was the first plus to get A-Rob. Yep, JT knows. Dynasty Superflex, Amon-Ra, Waddle, or
Amon-Ra,
Waddle, Breece Hall, Trey Lance, or Tua.
I'll take everyone else.
I think that's a joke. I don't know. For the Mike Evans trade, it's one quarterback. Okay. I still feel the same way though. If anything, I feel more strongly about needing an early second. Worried about Abanikana being projected late day 3. Yeah, we'll see. Well, it's all irrelevant at this point. We haven't even had the combine yet.
That feels good though. I mean, late day 3.
That does not feel good, Badake. That's like 7th round.
Oh, I'm
thinking
late 3rd round. Sorry.
One quarterback team selling Chase. What picks should I package up? I have 102, 106. You probably have to package the 102 and the 108. I would say the 102 and the 108. Appreciate you boys. Been a fan for a little over a month. I'm glad I got to draft with you tonight. I'm glad you were able to as well. Also worried about Sean Tucker. Yeah, we definitely want those guys to get high draft capital, but we haven't gotten to the combine yet, guys. It's too early. Yeah. Brady's gone. A-Rod's price goes up. Maybe he can go to Tampa Bay. Have you ever done a Dynasty startup auction? No, we don't do auctions. No. UT says, how big of a tier break is there for the first half of the second to the back half? From the first half of the second to the back half. Yes, I would say there's a pretty big tier drop from the 207 downwards. The 207 downwards feels like a big tier drop for me. But guys, that's probably all the time we have for today. Appreciate you. All love. We got to go edit a bunch of content. We'll be live tomorrow. So we'll see you guys then, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Enjoy the Senior Bowl. Don't get too hyped up on players. Just based off Senior Bowl. Yeah, but enjoy it. Soon. It'll put some players on the map. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll talk about it a little bit more. All love.